Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Charlie Sheen. Carlos Irwin Estévez, known professionally as Charlie Sheen, is an American actor. Sheen became famous for a series of successful films such as Platoon, Wall Street, Young Guns, 8 Men Out, Major League Hot Shots, and The Three Musketeers. In the 2000s, Sheen became best known for his television roles. He replaced Michael J. Fox in Spin City, and his performance earned him a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor Television Series, Musical, or Comedy, and then starred in 2.5 Men, which earned him several Golden Globe and Emmy Award nominations. He most recently starred in the FX comedy series Anger Management, which concluded its 100-episode run in 2014. In 2010, Sheen was the highest-paid actor on television and earned $1.8 million per episode of 2.5 Men. Sheen's personal life has made headlines, including reports of alcohol and drug abuse and marital problems, as well as allegations of domestic violence. His contract for 2.5 Men was terminated by CBS and Warner Bros. In March 2011. Sheen subsequently went on tour. On November 17, 2015, Sheen publicly revealed that he was HIV positive, having been diagnosed about 4 years earlier. Early life. Carlos Estévez was born on September 3, 1965 in New York City, the youngest son of actor Martin Sheen and artist Janet Templeton. His paternal grandparents were immigrants from Galicia and Ireland, respectively. His father is a devout Catholic and his mother is a strict Southern Baptist. Sheen has 2 older brothers, Emilio and Ramon, and a younger sister, Renee, all actors. His parents moved to Malibu, California, after Martin's Broadway turn in The Subject Was Roses. Sheen's first movie appearance was at age 9 in his father's 1974 film, The Execution of Private Slovak. Sheen attended Santa Monica High School in Santa Monica, California, along with Robert Downey Jr., where he was a star pitcher and shortstop for the baseball team. At Santa Monica High School, he showed an early interest in acting, making amateur Super 8 films with his brother Emilio and school friends Rob Lowe and Sean Penn under his birth name. A few weeks before graduation, Sheen was expelled from school for poor grades and attendance. Deciding to become an actor, he took the stage name Charlie Sheen. His father had adopted the surname Sheen in honor of the Catholic Archbishop and theologian Fulton J. Sheen, while Charlie was an English form of his given name Carlos. Film. Sheen's film career began in 1984 with a role in the Cold War teen drama Red Dawn, with Patrick Swayze, C. Thomas Howell, Leah Thompson and Jennifer Grey. Sheen and Grey reunited in a small scene in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He also appeared in an episode of the anthology series Amazing Stories. Sheen had his first major role in the Vietnam War drama Platoon. In 1987 he starred with his father in Wall Street. Both Wall Street and Platoon were directed by Oliver Stone. In 1988 Stone asked Sheen to star in his new film Born on the 4th of July, but later cast Tom Cruise instead. Sheen was never notified by Stone and only found out when he heard the news from his brother Emilio. Sheen did not take a lead role in Stone's subsequent films, although he did have a cameo role in Money Never Sleeps. In 1987 Sheen was cast to portray Ron in the unreleased Grizzly II: The Predator, the sequel to the 1976 low-budget horror movie Grizzly. In 1988, he starred in the baseball film 8 Men Out as outfielder Happy Felsch. Also in 1988, he appeared opposite his brother Emilio in Young Guns and again in 1990 in Men at Work. In 1989, Sheen, John Fusco, Christopher Kane, Lou Diamond Phillips, Emilio Estevez, and Kiefer Sutherland were honored with a Bronze Wrangler for their work on the film Young Guns. In 1990 he starred alongside his father in Cadence as a rebellious inmate in a military stockade, and with Clint Eastwood in the buddy cop film The Rookie. The films were directed by Martin Sheen and Eastwood respectively. In 1992 he featured in Beyond the Law with Linda Fiorentino and Michael Madsen. In 1994 Sheen was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 1997, Sheen wrote his first movie Discovery Mars, a direct-to-video documentary revolving around the question, is there life on Mars? The next year, Sheen wrote, produced and starred in the action movie No Code of Conduct. Sheen appeared in several comedy roles including the Major League films Money Talks and the spoof Hot Shots films. In 1999 Sheen appeared in a pilot for A called Sugar Hill, which was not picked up. In 1999 Sheen played himself in Being John Malkovich. He also appeared in the third, fourth, and fifth entries in the popular horror spoof series Scary Movie. Sheen has also done voices for animation, appearing as Charlie in All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, as well as Dex Dogtective in the Lionsgate animated comedy Food Fight. In 2012 Sheen was cast to star alongside Jason Schwartzman and Bill Murray in Roman Coppola's surreal comedy film A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swan. 3. For the 2013 film Machete Kills, in which Sheen played the President of the United States, he was credited under his birth name Carlos Estevez. It was a one-time move due to the film's Hispanic theme. It was Sheen's idea to use his birth name for the film. The trailer and opening credits for the film used an and introducing tag when showing Sheen's birth name. Sheen's next feature film project will be the ensemble film 9/11, an adaptation of the 9/11 stage play Elevator written by Patrick Carson. The film will also feature Whoopi Goldberg, Gina Gershon, Luis Guzman, Wood Harris, Jacqueline Bisset, and Bruce Davison. Television. In 2000 Sheen debuted on the small screen when he replaced Michael J. Fox for the last two seasons of the sitcom Spin City. For his work on Spin City, Sheen was nominated for 2 Alma Awards and won his first Golden Globe for Best Performance by an actor in a television series musical or comedy. The series ended in 2002. In 2003, Sheen was cast as Charlie Harper in the CBS sitcom 2.5 Men, which followed the popular Monday night time slot of Everybody Loves Raymond. Sheen's role on 2.5 Men was loosely based on Sheen's bad boy image. The role garnered him an Alma Award, and he gained 3 Emmy Award nominations and 2 Golden Globe Award nominations. During his 8th and final season on the show, Sheen earned $1.8 million per episode. Warner Brothers dismissal. Production of 2.5 Men went on hiatus in January 2011 while Sheen underwent a substance rehabilitation program in his home, his third attempt at rehab in 12 months. The following month, CBS cancelled the season's 4 remaining episodes after Sheen publicly made derogatory comments about the series creator Chuck Lorre, and Warner Brothers banned Sheen from entering its production lot. Sheen, already the highest-paid actor on television, responded by publicly demanding a 50% raise, claiming that in comparison to the amount that the series was making, he was underpaid. CBS and Warner Brothers terminated Sheen's contract on March 7, 2011. He was replaced by Ashton Kutcher. In the aftermath of his dismissal, Sheen remained vocally critical of Chuck Lorre and filed a wrongful termination lawsuit against Lorre and Warner Brothers, which was settled the following September 26. That same month, Sheen, while presenting an award at the Primetime Emmy Awards, addressed everybody here from 2.5 Men and stated, "From the bottom of my heart, I wish you nothing but the best for this upcoming season. We spent 8 wonderful years together and I know you will continue to make great television." In 2012, Sheen returned to television in Anger Management, the spin-off of the movie of the same name. Meltdown. In the wake of the dismissal, Sheen had a highly publicized meltdown, which was broadcast on television and the internet. He made bizarre statements in television interviews suggesting that he was a warlock with tiger blood and Adonis DNA and that he was winning. He also posted videos to YouTube showing himself smoking cigarettes through his nose and cursing out his former employers. He told one TV interviewer, "I'm tired of pretending I'm not special. I'm tired of pretending I'm not a total bitchin' rock star from Mars." Other. On September 19, 2011, Sheen was roasted on Comedy Central. It was watched by 6.4 million people, making it the highest-rated roast on Comedy Central to date. Other ventures. In 2006, Sheen launched a clothing line for children called Sheen Kids. In 2011, Sheen set a Guinness World Record for Twitter as the fastest time to reach 1 million followers, as well as the Guinness record for highest paid TV actor per episode, current at $1.25 million, while he was a part of the cast of 2.5 Men sitcom. On March 3, 2011, Sheen signed with Ad.ly marketing agency specializing in Twitter and Facebook promotions. On March 10, 2011, Sheen announced a nationwide tour, My Violent Torpedo of Truth. Defeat is not an option, which began in Detroit on April 2. The tour sold out in 18 minutes, a Ticketmaster record. However, on April 1, 2011, the Detroit Free Press featured an article that stated as of March 30 that there were over 1,000 tickets available from a third-party reseller, some at 15% less than the cheapest seats sold at the Fox Theater. The Huffington Post reported that it was expected Sheen would earn $1 million in 2011 from Twitter endorsements and $7 million from the North American tour. Many of those attending the performance of April 2 in Detroit found it disappointing. The subsequent performance in Chicago, which featured some adjustments, received a more positive reception. Sheen was announced as the face of and partner in Nako Sheen, a line of disposable e-cigarettes and related products. On August 13, 2011, Sheen hosted, at the 12th annual gathering of the Juggalos, an event created by the Insane Clown Posse. He received a mixed reaction from the audience but has expressed appreciation for the culture by describing himself as a juggalo and wearing a baseball cap featuring the Psychopathic Records logo in public and during production meetings for Anger Management. Family and relationships. Sheen has been married 3 times. He has 5 children and 1 grandchild. His first daughter, Cassandra Jade Estévez, was born on December 12, 1984 to his former high school girlfriend, Paula Profit, whose name has also been given as Paula Spear. Through Cassandra, Sheen has 1 granddaughter, Luna. In January 1990, Sheen accidentally shot his fiancée, Kelly Preston, in the arm. She broke off the engagement soon after. In the 1990s, Sheen subsequently dated a number of adult film actresses including Ginger Lynn and Heather Hunter. On September 3, 1995, Sheen married his first wife, Donna Peel. That same year, Sheen was named as one of the clients of an escort agency operated by Heidi Fleiss. Sheen and Peel divorced in 1996. Sheen met actress Denise Richards on the set of Good Advice in 2000. However, they did not begin dating until October 2001. when Richards guest starred on Sheen's TV show Spin City. They became engaged on December 26, 2001, and married on June 15, 2002 at the estate of Spin City creator Gary David Goldberg. They have two daughters together, Sam J. Sheen and Lola Rose Sheen. In March 2005, Richards filed for divorce, accusing Sheen of alcohol and drug abuse and threats of violence. The divorce was finalized in November 2006 and preceded a custody dispute over their two daughters. On May 30, 2008, Sheen married third wife Brooke Mueller. They have twin sons Bob and Max. In November 2010, Sheen filed for divorce. On March 1, 2011, police removed Bob and Max from Sheen's home. Sheen told NBC's Today, "I stayed very calm and focused." According to People, social services took the children after Mueller obtained a restraining order against Sheen. The document said, "I am very concerned that Sheen is currently insane." Asked if he would fight for the children, Sheen texted People, "Born ready." Winning. Sheen and Mueller's divorce became final on May 2, 2011. On March 1, 2011, Sheen was concurrently living with pornographic actress Brie Olson and model and graphic designer Natalie Kenley, whom he collectively nicknamed his goddesses. Olson left Sheen in April 2011, and Kenley left in June 2011. In a January 2013 interview on Piers Morgan Tonight, Sheen stated that he was in a relationship with adult film actress and 2011 Penthouse magazine Pet of the Month Georgia Jones. Then in February 2014, Sheen became engaged to former adult film star Brett Rossi, who began going by her real name Scottina Ross, with a wedding planned for November 2014. The engagement was broken off in October with an announcement that the two had mutually decided to separate. Sheen stated, "I've decided that my children deserve my focus more than a relationship does right now. I still have a tremendous fondness for Scotty, and I wish her all the best." A month later, it was reported that Rossi was hospitalized for an apparent drug overdose. Substance abuse, legal issues and health. On May 20, 1998, Sheen suffered a stroke after overdosing while using cocaine and was hospitalized. Sheen was found in his seaside home by a friend, after which paramedics had to give emergency life-saving treatment and rushed him to Las Robles Hospital. He was described as being in a serious condition after his stomach was pumped. Sheen subsequently checked into a rehab clinic days later, but told doctors within hours that he did not intend to stay. Sheriffs later forced Sheen back into the clinic after he fled only hours after arriving. On August 11, 1998, Sheen, already on probation in California for a previous drug offense, had his probation extended for an extra year and entered a rehab clinic. In a 2004 interview, Sheen admitted that the overdose was caused by his injecting of cocaine. On December 25, 2009, Sheen was arrested for assaulting his wife Brooke Mueller in Aspen, Colorado. He was released the same day from jail after posting an $8,500 bond. Sheen was charged with felony menacing as well as third-degree assault and criminal mischief. On August 2, 2010, Sheen, represented by Yale Galanta, pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault as part of a plea bargain that included dismissal of the other charges against him. Sheen was sentenced to 30 days in a drug rehab center, 30 days of probation, and 36 hours of anger management. On October 26, 2010, the police removed Sheen from his suite at the Plaza Hotel after he reportedly caused $7,000 in damage. According to the NYPD, Sheen admitted to drinking and using cocaine the night of the incident. He was released after entering a hospital for observation. On November 17, 2015, Sheen publicly revealed that he was HIV positive, having been diagnosed roughly 4 years earlier. In an interview he referred to the phrase HIV as 3 hard letters to absorb. He manages his condition with a triple cocktail of antiretroviral drugs, and said that it was impossible that he could have infected any of his partners. Sheen noted that, since 2011 he had paid extortionists approximately $10 million to keep his HIV status secret. A source indicates that Sheen had over 200 sexual partners after he learned he had HIV. Sheen stated that he was upfront about his HIV-positive condition with all of his past consorts. In an episode of The Dr. Oz Show taped in late 2015 and aired January 12, 2016, Sheen stated, "I'm sick, been off my meds for about a week now, receiving alternative treatment in Mexico from Sam Chuchoua, who claims to have an effective vaccine for HIV, according to his manager." However, after the episode was taped, he resumed taking his medications. In April 2016, Sheen reduced the monthly child support that he had to pay to his 2 ex-wives Brooke and Denise from $55,000 to $10,000 after they demanded more child support money than he was currently paying. The same month, it was announced that Sheen was under investigation by the LAPD Stalking Unit for threatening to kill his former fiancée Scottina Ross. The Charlie Sheen effect. Sheen's HIV-positive disclosure corresponded with the greatest number of HIV-related Google searches ever recorded in the United States. During the 3 weeks following his disclosure, there were about 2.75 million more searches than expected included the term HIV, and 1.25 million searches were directly relevant to public health outcomes because they included search terms for condoms, HIV symptoms, or HIV testing. A later study found Sheen's disclosure corresponded with a 95% increase in over-the-counter at-home HIV testing kits. The study's authors dubbed it the Charlie Sheen effect, with commenters noting Charlie Sheen did more for HIV education than most UN events do. Sheen spoke out for HIV prevention, citing the studies as motivation, later adding he was humbled to be of service. Charity work. Sheen was the 2004 spokesperson for the Lee National Denim Day breast cancer fundraiser that raised millions of dollars for research and education regarding the disease. Sheen stated that a friend of his died from breast cancer and he wanted to try to help find a cure for the disease. A major donor and supporter of Aid for AIDS since 2006, Sheen was honored with an AFA Angel Award, one of only a few ever given at the non-profit's 25th silver anniversary reception in 2009. In addition to his financial support, he has volunteered to act as a celebrity judge for several years for their annual fundraiser Best in Drag show, which raises around $250,000 each year in Los Angeles for AIDS assistance. He has brought other celebrities to support the event, including his father, actor Martin Sheen. Sheen's interest in AIDS was first reported in 1987 with his support of Ryan White, an Indiana teenager who became a national spokesperson for AIDS awareness after being infected with AIDS through a blood transfusion for his hemophilia. On March 27, 2008, Sheen and Jenna Elfman co-hosted the Scientology-affiliated New York Rescue Workers Detoxification Project charity event. Sheen donated $1 from each ticket sold from his My Violent Torpedo of Truth, Defeat is Not an Option Show 2011 tour to the Red Cross Japanese Earthquake Relief Fund. In 2011, Sheen took on a Twitter challenge by a grieving mother to help critically ill babies born with congenital diaphragmatic hernia. by supporting Cherubs, the Association of Congenital Diaphragmatic Hernia Research Awareness and Support. On July 16, 2012, Sheen announced that he would donate at least $1 million to the USO. This will be among the largest single donations ever given to the troop morale-boosting organization. Sheen, a lifelong fan of the Cincinnati Reds, announced in August 2012 that he would donate $50,000 to the team's community fund, which supports various charities. The donation came after the team raised another $50,000 in an attempt to get broadcaster Marty Brennaman to shave his head on the field after a Reds victory. After Brennaman shaved his head, Sheen offered to match the previous donation total. September 11 attacks. Sheen has become an outspoken advocate of the 9/11 Truth movement. On September 8, 2009, he appealed to President Barack Obama to set up a new investigation into the attacks, presenting his views as a transcript of a fictional encounter with Obama. He was characterized by the press as believing the 9/11 Commission was a whitewash, and that the administration of former President George W. Bush may have been responsible for the attacks. Vaccination. Sheen is staunchly opposed to vaccinations. After separating from Denise Richards, he sent a legal notice to his daughter's physician stating his lack of consent to vaccinate them. The dispute over vaccines seems to have played an important role in the failure of the marriage. Richards said in an interview in 2008, "When I vaccinated Sam, he accused me of poisoning her. And I knew when he said that the marriage wasn't going to work." Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Would you like to know more?